Marketing expert Bruce Turkel is with me now. He says the White House made a serious social media mistake. Is this an intern in his or her last week and somebody just wasn't paying attention?
I think actually somebody probably paid a lot of attention. They're now having a very uncomfortable conversation. The problem is you come up with all these great ideas, but social media is instant, and the post button is too close to the place where you put in this idea. So someone made it, they laughed at it, all that's fine. And then they hit send, and that's when the trouble started.
Well, that is indeed when the trouble started. I mean, there's so much resistance about this deal to begin with. I mean, we all remember, you know, that we had the PM from Israel, Netanyahu, coming here and speaking before Congress. I mean, there are threats of Obama using the veto against Congress. People are against it. I mean, this is a really big issue for us.
Well, and that's, by the way, one of the issues that is not just because of this, but you should keep it in mind, whatever you're doing with social media, which is the flippancy and the jokes that you're doing congruent with the message you're trying to send?
And also in the context of an Iranian nuclear agreement.
And a movie about a band of rappers. I mean, the other thing they did is they've completely buzzkilled any chance of this meme being cool anymore.
Right.
Because now, who's going to want to use it after this? But you also have to be careful not to look at a couple haters and say, therefore, it didn't work. Because in today's environment, anyone can talk to everyone. So just because someone has a negative opinion doesn't mean it didn't work, although this didn't.
Have you ever seen such a high-profile marketing or media risk like this? What is the equivalent to this in your mind, if anything?
Well, there's high-profile risks all the time. If you don't take the risk, you also don't get the big score. And the other mistake I think people make is that they're thinking, oh, well, this isn't something the government should be doing. However, this is communication today. This is the apple cart turned upside down in the park 100 years ago. This is the way you reach out and get your message out.
So, Bruce, to that point, and we did see President Obama after the 6th State of the Union issue formal traditional media invitations, and he did something like 72 hours later, he sat down with 3 of Google YouTube stars.
Right.
And that was the post-State of the Union interview session, which obviously for most traditional media places were insulted by. But is the point that the White House really wants to reach the millennials and kind of doesn't care about anybody else?
Well, I don't know about the doesn't care part, because there's lots of different ways to reach people. But yes, they want to reach people who are going to vote, who are going to influence decisions. And how do you reach people? You reach them with the media they use. The fact that traditional media like it or don't like it really means they don't have their finger on the pulse of what's going on.
Bruce, it is great to see you this far north. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bruce Turkel joining us there, CEO of Turkel Brands. Now, we're staying with Iran and